Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 263 of our Gaming Meal podcast. Uh, as usual, we are here to deliver some game-related news and content. In this case, in the form of one meal, which is we're still going over the not E3 segment we had at the beginning of June 2026, where we had a lot of press conference, so many announcements. So this one is going to talk about the Xbox showcase. So with that, I am one of your hosts, Eric, and I am here with Manny.
What is up, my gamers?
Excellent, excellent, and outstanding. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So with that, yeah, we are going to go over the Xbox showcase and then potentially talk about some news that have come on since then. But with that, I'll take it away. All right, so for this week's, as I mentioned, the course is basically going to be talking about the Xbox Showcase as part of our not E3 extravaganza of podcasts that we're recording. And we're recording this almost like nightly, which is kind of fun. Because it gives us time to reset, rest, and then talk about it with hype for each of these showcases. Otherwise, it's too much content. It really is too much. Any thoughts before we start?
It was a lot. It was a lot that was revealed, and yeah, we're way behind. But even if we weren't behind, it would be a lot to cover. That weekend was crazy.
Yeah, it really is a lot, so we'll get to it. So with that, we will start with the Xbox Showcase. Go over not all of the games, as we always mention here. We'll try to go over about them in order as best we can. I think we pretty much have the order. But we won't be able to tackle everything. We won't tackle things like DLC or things like that. We need to concentrate on like new stuff that we've seen. So with that, we'll start with the first thing, and they obviously opened up with Gears of War E-Day. They showed off the game. They showed off the prequel to the Gears of War franchise, if you will, where Marcus, right, he's kind of learning Marcus Phoenix. He's, I guess, meeting the characters for the first time. The Locusts are coming out from the ground for the first time. E-Day is short for Emergence Day, right? And this is kind of cool. I like it. I like this. I always like this concept of Gears of War. So this is right up my alley. With like, oh, I'm gonna digest this game very very much so.
Yeah, it's adding background and lore as well to like background to the characters for additional lore. But like they apparently Marcus and Dom knew each other, but they weren't really like friends. They were friends through Dom's brother or something,
Yeah,
and then he
that's
passed
the news. Yeah.
away, and it's like yeah.
Yep. So that's the trick, and I like that. I like the setting of it. We'll get to meet the different characters. We also apparently get to get the origin of the chainsaw gun, which I think was very funny. They were like, "Sure, give me the origin of why there's a gun with a chainsaw."
Yeah, my
uh,
little answer.
There didn't need to be an origin, but I'll take it. I'll take anything with a chainsaw in video games. Yeah, it looks fun. Any thoughts on the graphics, combat you saw? I felt it looked snappier. The Gears combat system can sometimes feel like you're glued to the thing you're covering behind, but this one felt like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, they made it snappier. It looks like a lot more.
yeah. It looks like they focused on that. Like they even mentioned it, where like it's running, going into cover, going out of cover, moving from cover to cover, like that stuff. Like apparently they focus on making that feel better. Obviously, without playing it, we don't know. You can kind of see it, where like it looks snappy, but we don't know how it feels, right? Without you pushing the buttons and actually going through the motions. But it looks better. I think graphically it looks very impressive. At one point, like he like shot some glass, and like that was kind of cool how it shattered. Things
Yeah.
like that. It's what's kind of shocking is I think there were numbers, or like people were saying that this game cost like what, like 400 million or something to
Some
make. Was it
crazy
like?
numbers. Yeah.
I'm like, that is absurd, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Budgets are going away, which is like, look, if you're gonna spend that much on something, I have no idea what you're managing it. But for example, maybe the game doesn't have to be as big as all other games, because I mean that is a comprehensive price, if you will. But yeah,
yeah, sorry, but like, I don't know if Gears is a $400 million. I don't think any game is $400 million like budget game.
no, Grand Theft Auto, and that's probably the list.
Yeah, Star Citizen.
That's in the billions, though. Funny, yeah, no.
So it's GTA probably. I think GTA hits 1 billion for sure.
They'll make their money back relatively very quickly, I assume. If I'm
Yeah.
the gambling man, I'm thinking you're gonna make your money back. So real quick, I see Dom. Oh no, Marcus jump in the demo, or was it just me? Or he was just climbing the shelves.
I don't know. I don't recall that specific
He
moment.
climbed the shelf at one point, right? Like he went over it.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Like you know how like you can vault over? Like the
Yeah,
vault was higher. Yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But he went like
It
over,
wasn't a vault, it was like a
like a
climb. It was
wall.
like
I was like,
it
oh.
was like, yeah. Yeah, I do remember actually, and I was like, oh wow, you could not go up that
He
high
is
before.
mobile without that armor. Yeah.
Oh.
He's a professional bolt jumper or something. Yeah, he moved around, which I liked. I'm like, oh, I'm a faster moving gears. I'll take it. It almost reminds me a little bit of Vanquished. So I was super fun when I saw that. Good gameplay demo, and again, a game comes out later this year. All right. Any other thoughts? Otherwise, move on.
Uh, the other thing that they mentioned is that it's Xbox console exclusive.
Yes, I forgot about that. Sorry. Small detail, which is one of the big things, which is, I guess
Huge
with
detail.
what?
Huge
I hear you.
detail.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice. Because I failed. So the newest Xbox CEO, Asha Sharma, they mentioned that they were gonna make changes to the Xbox. The strategy for the Xbox platform. Almost like a reset, and we'll talk about it more after the showcase when we talk about some of the news that's come out since then. Um, yeah, they mentioned that they were gonna start doing some changes, and I guess it's one of those things where their Xbox is going back to having some exclusives. And when I say exclusives, I mean console exclusive, aka still coming to PC day one, right? So it's
Is
not.
they're
Yeah,
saying console exclusive?
they didn't say console exclusive; they say Xbox exclusive, but it's
No,
coming
no,
to
no. It
PC.
says console exclusives. It says Xbox console exclusive. Why
Correct,
have the
but
word console?
it doesn't have the word console, or does it?
It does have the word
Correct, but
console.
Xbox console doesn't mean that it's not on PC. That's what I'm saying. For consoles,
Why
it's
the hell
only
not?
on Xbox. It is coming to PC.
Like that doesn't make sense though. Why call it Xbox console exclusive?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's coming to PC. At this point, you got me thinking, so I'm gonna Google the game literally right now. Day. I'm gonna Google it because I'm pretty sure it's coming to PC, but maybe not. Let me check. Um, I thought so. Yeah, platforms: Xbox Series X, S, and Microsoft Windows. Yeah,
I don't know,
it's coming to
man.
PC. It's coming
Are
to
you
PC.
looking?
I'm on the
Are you looking
Engadget
at the
website.
AI
It's an Xbox and
or?
PC exclusive. It's just not coming to PlayStation 5 anymore. That's all that means. Yeah,
That's
that's
so
confirmed. That's confirmed.
confusing.
It's basically an Xbox from all the existing consoles. It's only coming to the Xbox console, but PC doesn't count as a console, so it's coming to PC.
Well, that doesn't mean. But you can also see it like it's only coming out on the Xbox console. Xbox console exclusive. But that makes
Correct.
more sense to me.
But that's what they said before with PlayStation. PlayStation would always be like PlayStation exclusive, but they really meant PlayStation console exclusive for some games, and they used to do that in the past. So, yeah, but yeah, it is coming to PC, Windows, etc., etc. So just a FYI.
Is it coming to Steam?
No, it's just basically the only thing that's canceled is the PlayStation 5 version. That's it. Nothing else has changed. All right,
All right.
all right. I don't know if it's coming to Steam now, but it's definitely coming to Microsoft Windows Store on PC. So there's that. All right, let's move on to the next game. The next game we saw like another CG-ish trailer for Fable. And the reason I call it CG trailer because the trailer they showed always showed the starting Haley Atwell, which is the leading actress, I guess, for the game. It's coming out in February. That game was delayed a few weeks ago. We talked about it here in the podcast. And yeah, they showed it off. It's basically Fable, where you can create characters, buy houses, rent it to people. Be a king, marry, kick a chicken, whatever that happens in Fable. Um, but they didn't show much combat. However, they did have a 30-minute after the showcase. They had like a 30-minute actual sit down and show you, and they walk through the actual mechanics of the RPG mechanics, at least for building on simulation. What do you think of the trailer and the after anything from Fable that caught your eye, Manny?
I mean, I was already I like the previous showcase better. This trailer doesn't really add much other than like they showed up an actress, a popular actress that I
Yeah.
recognize in it. Maybe she's a bad guy. I don't know about the bad guy, but like an antagonist. The way the trailer was portrayed. So like that's a little bit interesting, but
Yep.
yeah, I was already I'm gonna say sold on Fable. Like this didn't change or sway anything. I think you were more skeptical, and maybe you seeing the gameplay video more than this
I
trailer.
I'm definitely a lot more sold on what they're trying to do with Fable. I was really skeptical because combat is the thing, but once I saw combat, even literally 20 seconds of it, I can get myself an idea of like, oh, okay, now you got it. Now you got this. Now I see what you're trying to do, and that's basically my concern always when I look at things like this. It's just like, how are you gonna do X and Y for the combat? Because I mean, the mechanics are gonna be there. I understand the mechanics will be there for the whole creation. Like I don't engage with those systems. That's the thing. The previous Fable games, I don't engage with the whole buy a house, rent, make money. I don't do any of that stuff. I just went, go to my quest, fight the enemies, and then keep going. Right? So for me, that doesn't all that 30-minute demo they did afterwards didn't do anything for me except for the last literally like 60 seconds where they actually showed some combat, and I'm like, oh, now I get it. That's it. Yeah. Um, any thoughts from you or?
No, like I said, I'm still at the same level.
Yep.
It's more Fable. Looks like Fable. It's looking like
Yeah,
Fable, which
no,
is
it
good.
does look. They nailed, and again, this is the Forza Studios. I forgot their name. But they are top AAA game developers. They are excellent at what they do, and it seems like they nailed exactly what they wanted to do. Like they had homework, create another Fable. It seems like they nailed that. They hit that. So perfect. Yeah, and this is coming to PlayStation 5. You see. So this one's not Xbox exclusive, which is weird when how they select some games and not others. We'll talk about that more when we talk about the what they announced from Xbox from exclusives
Yeah, I
point of
think
view.
I think it's only coming to PS5 because they already had announced it, and
Well, they already had announced Gears
they
of
already
War, and
had
they already
pre-orders.
canceled that thing.
I don't know if they announced it
They
or if
they
it
had
was
announced
like
they
planned.
the retailers had the
Yeah, but
links
that was
up.
not that was not maybe like Microsoft. I don't know. Maybe it was.
No, it was provided
They
by
didn't have
Microsoft.
a
Microsoft
trailer.
provided them
Uh,
the art, and they had to email them to like, hey, don't use this after the show. Their own showcase for the Gears of War had the PlayStation logo on it. The Xbox had like a stream afterwards. I don't know if you heard this, and they had the PlayStation
no.
5 logo on the Gears of War trailer they showed. The
Oh,
Xbox.
in the showcase
The
afterwards.
Xbox had a stream afterwards, and
That was
the trailer they
literally a
showed
last minute
had a
change. Then.
PlayStation logo.
That was literally a last minute change. Then they didn't even
It
change the
was.
trailer.
It was.
That's
They didn't change
ridiculous.
the. Yeah, they had to take it down the stream and the recording of the stream. They had to take it down and re-upload it with the updated graphic at the end. Yeah, so yeah, that was
That,
definitely a last minute decision.
that's actually pretty bad.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next thing we saw, and that was Halo campaign evolved. They started out with a bang. The top three piece maybe 1-1-1-1. Gears, Fable, and then Halo. Halo campaign evolved. This is the remake of Halo 1. Combat evolved. It's basically recreated from the ground up, but it's obviously the same campaign. And what they announced today that the game comes out next month, Manny. Less than a month away from this. And they showed a new gameplay trailer. The game looks absolutely gorgeous, at least in my view. And they announced new levels, particularly 3 new levels to Halo 1 campaign. And they also announced, and this was not in the indie conference, but they showed it off anyway. There's gonna be you can actually play Halo now in first and in third person, which I'm just calling out because I always wanted to try that, so I get to try that now. All right, what do you think of Halo Campaign Evolved and what they showed?
Why didn't they show the third person thing in the trailer?
They didn't show it at all. They showed it in the stream afterwards, and apparently it's just like an additional thing they added in there. They're not advertising it, but it's there. The complete game from start to finish can be done in third person. Yeah.
It's a miss. It's a miss on there.
It's I don't know why they're not advertising it, but that's their decision, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well, like, if it's a feature, even if like, let's say the hardcore fan base doesn't care, maybe it attracts people that aren't fans, and like fans shouldn't mind because the regular first person game is still there. Like, you
Yeah.
know,
It
why
doesn't
not
hurt
show
at
it?
all. Like I think like Destiny has this where you can actually go into third person, not for everything, but for a lot of things.
No, that's just like abilities here and there, not
Yeah.
like the actual gunplay.
No, there are some instances where they've actually allowed you to just play in third person. It doesn't play as well, but you have been able to do it in some mechanics and stuff in Destiny. But there's other games that have this like first person, third person thing, and they've worked fine for the most part. So, like Fortnite now has a first person mode, and you can switch between them, and I like it for some things. I like it for others. Funny enough, it's for some weapons. Some weapons are long range. I like first person. Some weapons are close range. I ask it not to go. Ghost Recon had this thing where you can play, you can aim, and each individual weapon you could select. Make this weapons third person when I aim. Make this weapons first person when you aim, and that's it. It's seamless. Even Overwatch has a third person mode now, right? Um, you probably
Yeah, I
haven't
don't
played it.
know. I wouldn't know. I haven't played it.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't know. Yeah, it's true. But it is. It is real. I'm not making it up. So yeah, this is. I think this is right up alley. I think this is a very smart idea, and I've already heard a bunch of people that they like shooters, but they don't like first person style. Like some people do get sick by playing first person games, and this works for them. Like Call of Duty has a third person mode.
I have not heard of that either.
I played it.
I thought field of view was the thing that people did to help with the
No,
safety.
like literally third person. There's some maps and modes that you can play Call of Duty in third person. They're weird. They're not designed that way, but they exist.
Well,
So yeah,
we should go back to Halo.
yeah, Halo. All right. Thoughts
I mean,
on
they mentioned what, 3 levels? 3 levels? I don't think
three
they
new
showed
levels? Yeah,
them, which is a weird thing. Like,
they showed like
why
maybe
not?
clips, but nothing where we
I
know
don't.
that
I
much.
don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe I forgot Halo already, but like, I think I know Halo pretty well. I don't.
Yeah, you probably recognized everything you saw because I'm like, I recognize this place. I recognize this place. Yeah. So, silent cartographer, all that kind of stuff. You recognize me too, like the library, all the stuff. I would have recognized it too. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm this is day one for me, so easily. But obviously, I also have Game Pass. But this is gonna be on day one regardless. So, and this is coming to PlayStation, by the way. I feel like I need to highlight that.
That's so weird. This one they should have canceled.
Exactly. That was coming out in July. I was almost like, it's too soon to cancel this one. Or maybe Fable costs too much, even though Gears of War also costs too much. So I have no idea what they're doing. All right.
I mean,
And
Halo probably costs too much too, man. Like everything, I think everything's costing a hell of a lot of money.
everything is costing a lot. Yep. All right. And next, let's move on from Halo, right? Next,
Yeah.
they announced, and again, we're not going to tackle every single thing, but the next thing we're going to talk about is a game called Resonance, A Plague's Tale Legacy. This is basically a Plague's Tale 3. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing Plague's Tale. My English not so good. So, but this is Resonance. This is basically the third game in that series. I have played, and I didn't beat the second one, but I played enough of it to really dive into it, right? And I beat the first one, so I'm up for this to the point that I actually re-downloaded the second one, so that I could finish it. And I like this series. It's a very fun third-person stealth with some puzzle mechanics, with a little bit of action. But for the most part, it's like a little bit of a stealth thing, and they're fun. Any thoughts on this one? On what they saw, what they showed? And do you like the series?
I haven't played them, so I'm like behind. I think this looked cool. It looks I don't know about quite different, but different enough where like it has more combat now from the looks of it, right?
Yeah,
It
yeah, that's what I liked about this trailer that they showed.
yeah, it didn't look like a Plague Tale game until it showed the
They added more. If you play the series, basically the first game, you're basically our two kids. You're like a 13-year-old girl with her 8-year-old brother or something. And again, without going into spoilers of what the heck's happening. And then later on, you get bigger because the games skip a few years every game, so that at that point you can actually do a little bit more combat. That doesn't mean you can't do combat in the first game, but the first game is more, the people are above your pay grade. They're bigger than you, so you can't just immediately fight them one on one, right? Like you can sneak up behind them in the first game, but that's it. If you don't sneak up behind them, they're gonna take you out because they're much bigger than you, etc., etc. Yeah, but this is right up my alley. I really like the first ones, so yep. All right. Any other final thoughts on this
on
one?
Game Pass, right?
Yeah, Game Pass as well. Or is it, they're all downloaded to
No.
my
Cool.
system. By the way, the second one is still in Game Pass. That might as well be a first party. So if you still want to play it, at least the second one. I think the first one too. They're all available. So yeah,
Oh.
I recommend them. They're super fun. They're super fun. Very simple, but very fun. Again, they're like stealth puzzle games, if in a different way. A little bit of escort missions, but they still work. So yeah. All right. Any
Mm-hmm.
other thoughts? All right, let's move on. And next, we're gonna talk about Persona. They showed off a Persona. Basically, Xbox is now the Persona, um, where you're gonna see the Persona showcases of games.
Yeah, they probably have a nice little deal with Sega.
Atlas. Um, so yeah,
Atlas is Sega, but
I don't know, but I think Atlas is the one. I don't
I
think they're
don't
getting.
know. They have another Sega game in
I
there.
know,
I
I
think
know.
it's
I
Sega.
was
I
thinking
mean,
as I'm saying now, I'm like, wait a minute. He's right.
I mean, Sega just goes everywhere, right? Like the same thing
Yeah.
with Square Enix. Like they're, but yeah, Atlas that's Sega. There's other Sega.
Yep. So yeah, they showed off Persona 4 remake. That's what they called it, right? There's no other subtitle that I'm missing. Um, yeah, a new Persona 4 a remake. I actually played Persona 4 just literally a few weeks ago. I just launched it out of the blue, golden. Because I remember playing this. This was the game, the best game of all time for the PSP. I think it was PS or Vita, which I forgot what system it was. One of those two had Persona 4 Golden, and that was clearly the best game on that platform, bar none. Like, regardless of whatever else was in that platform, Persona 4 Golden was the killer app for that system. I played the heck out of it, but never finished it. But again, these are like 100-hour RPGs, so you can't blame me.
That's both good and bad, right? Like good for the people that love these, bad for you and me, where it's like, well, we can put in 100 hours worth
Or
of
I can
time.
play like 20 Gears of Wars,
Mm.
which I do
Yeah.
like. I like a lot. So, yeah, this is why I don't mind the Call of Duty campaigns have slowly been getting shorter. And I'm like, I'm okay with like a 20 hour, like no, you don't have to be 20 hours. I'm okay with just 10. I'm perfectly happy with 10-hour campaign. All right. Any other things? For Persona 4 remake. I don't know if you played the other one, so.
I didn't play. I played 5, right? But like,
Yeah,
I
you played
didn't
5.
play a lot of. I think I played a little bit of 4, not a lot. It's. I mean, it looks good, right? It looks like another Persona. I think Joe will have more to say, but he's not on.
He is not on.
And yeah, like it's cool. It's coming to Game Pass, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's
Yep.
coming to Game
Yeah,
Pass.
yeah,
Yeah,
come to
because
Game Pass.
the
Persona
next
is Game Pass,
announcement is
baby.
also
So
coming to Game Pass.
yeah.
Yeah. Looks like they have a deal with Sega for sure. We're like, hey man, put these on Game Pass. We'll cover a large amount of your production costs, and like you're still gonna make a lot of sales on PlayStation and PC
Yeah.
because. But yeah, it looks fun. I might try it. I tried Metaphor. I tried P5. I did not try P3 remake, like Reloaded. So I still still looks more interesting to me than P3 did. So I'll probably try this one when it comes out.
True. Yeah, I did play the P3 remake. I started playing it. I just again time commitment. It is a great. I will say this. These are great games to if you have like a portable handheld or PC, like a Steam Deck, but maybe not a Steam Deck, like a ROG Ally or something, and you have the Xbox streaming app and whatever not. Instead of streaming them directly on the computer, streaming them there. If you're just streaming, these games like Persona are outstanding for that because they're so easy. You can basically launch them, play them anytime you want. They play extremely well on streaming, so that's how I play those, and it's worked out for me at least. Forces me to be able to actually play them for real rather than just miss out on them. Yeah.
Yeah, the turn-based combat helps. There's a couple of things. Like this is P5 that are like real time and Metaphor. Like I don't know about P4.
Yeah. But I remember playing those, and it was very useful to, yep, to use that. So, yeah. All right, that's Persona 4 remake. Moving along. By the way, that's coming out February 2027. I'm only highlighting that because if you don't hear us say anything, it's probably coming out in September or October this year. Which I'm actually very happy. We did not get many things that were super far out there. I'm actually glad they've gone back on that, where they're no longer showing things which is like 20 years from now you'll be able to play this. I hate that, so I prefer this. Show something comes out soon.
We might get one that's like 20 years from now.
I know, I know. Trust me. As I say that, I realize like there's always an exception to the rule, but for the most part, it hasn't been as bad as like a bunch of CG trailers that we've had in past Xbox showcases. So I will take that. All right. What else? We let's move on to the next. They showed off. This is from I don't got the developer in front of me. I think it's like Ninja Theory. No, not Ninja Theory. The Wulong 2 Wings of Ember developers.
Koei Tecmo.
Koei Tecmo. Yeah.
It's basically a Ninja. Well, not no longer Ninja Gaiden devs. Ex Ninja Gaiden devs. Neo
Ex Ninja
devs.
Gaiden. Yeah. Neo the
Um,
devs. Perfect. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Ninja games start merging at this point.
yeah, it used to be what's it called, Ninja Team, but I think that team like
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
not
that's
quite
been
Ninja Team anymore.
gone.
I think they're like spread out. Like some people work on Neo, some people work on this, some people work on Dead or Alive apparently because it's still around.
Mm-hmm. So they showed off
Team Ninja, not Ninja
Team
Team. Team
Ninja, not
Ninja. That
Ninja Team.
sounds a
Team
lot
Ninja.
better.
Yeah, Ninja
Yeah,
Team. I understood what you
yeah.
said.
I was like,
My brain was like, no, that's the incorrect order. But it's like Bond, James Bond. I was like, I got it. I understood.
yeah.
So
I mean, I felt dirty saying it. I was like, that's not quite right. Those are the right words, though.
these are the right
Anyways,
words. Um, what does it mean when he says words? Um, so we got Wulong 2 Wings of Ember. This is the sequel to Wulong 1, obviously. Did you play and beat this, Manny? I think you did, right? You played it with me
I
mostly.
did. I did actually play and beat Wulong, their first one. I didn't do the DLC, but I did the vanilla game.
True.
I thought it was pretty decent.
Yeah, I thought it
It's
was
like a
very decent.
cross between Neo and Sekiro, right? Like a what Neo is to Dark Souls, this is to Sekiro, I guess.
Yes. And again, these are good games. This is not like again, these start merging in my head. This what was the Black Myth Wukong, things like that, we're getting a lot of these Souls, Japan Ninja like games with magic, Neo. All these things merge alike in my head. I mean, same studio, so I would make sense for most of these that they merge in my head. But yeah, I beat the first one. So did you. So yeah, I'll play this for sure once it comes out. So yeah, that'll be fun. Again, it's coming out soon, apparently early 2027. So hopefully we'll get to see it, and yeah, see how it goes.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm excited. I like the first one, and this one nothing doesn't look anything crazy. Just looks like a sequel to a game that I enjoyed. So
yeah,
I guess there's not really much to say on it. Like,
no, it works. If it works, it works. That's it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I like how when the trailer was showing, people were like Neo. I'm like,
yeah.
Neo already came out, and
But
like
I wasn't
maybe
expecting this
Neo
to come out so soon. That's the
DLC.
problem. Like this
Yeah,
studio is
after Neo,
cranking them
yeah,
up.
I know, it's crazy.
It's crazy. That's
They
why. That's
also
why it's
did.
like,
They
what
also
is
did
this?
Rise of the Ronin, right? They also did Rise of the
Yeah,
Ronin, and
Rise of the
like
Ronin. Yeah,
it
Charlito was
is,
playing
and
the
they're
other
doing
day.
they're alive. I have no idea how Koei Tecmo does so many games, dude.
Again,
Like
they're
they smart.
annualizing the Souls like games for this studio or Koei Tecmo, but they're doing good job at them. These are not bad games. Each of them is like this is like a pretty competent Souls like. It's not Dark Souls level quality, but you know instead of like a 10 out of 10, it's like a good 8.5. It's really good.
Yeah, nine. Like Neo's get to
Yeah,
nine.
and they got
Like
co-op.
Neo's really.
They got co-op, right? They got co-op.
They have co-op. Yeah, Wolong had co-op.
Perfect.
Neo has Neo
Perfect.
two and three
That's
have
the
co-op. I think Neo
fault.
one had
Most of
co-op.
these people, most of the developers, this is their fault. It's like they don't put co-op in them. They're like, oh, here's the Lords of the Fallen, no co-op. I'm like, what the heck? So
Yeah, more death time, man.
fix that shit.
More death.
So all right, perfect. Let's go to the next one. And this one is gonna be a weird one once we get to the more news. But we then got the next Hellblade game announced called Senua. And if you haven't played the previous Senua Hellblade games, they actually dropped the Hellblade title from this one. So it's just gonna be called Senua. This game, it's not gonna be called Hellblade anything, but it is Hellblade 3 for all intents and purposes. From the showcase, they obviously show gameplay and everything, so there's a couple of more. There's a little bit more combat from what I saw here. I always consider that this studio should be kind of like the ones. This series should be kind of the one trying to rival God of War, but the developers just decided to not go with combat at all. Not in the level of God of War. They go with like more one-on-one third-person melee combat, which is kind of weird, but that's what they want to do. Did you play the previous Hellblades?
I still haven't played Hellblade. Same thing with like Plague Tale. Those these two series to me are like quite similar because it's like
You
they're
should play them.
trilogies. I mean,
You should play them both.
this
They're
one
super
might
fun.
this one may get to a trilogy or not. We don't know, but
Yeah,
like they're good reception. Like I have access to them. I'm interested in them, but I just haven't put the time. Like I guess not interested enough kind of thing. But yeah, I want to play them. We'll see about this one. There's more to talk about this one.
yeah. We'll talk about this one.
For some reason, I really don't understand. I'll be honest, don't understand why they're going so hard on Hellblade and Senua. Like, I don't think it's a
I
big
agree.
IP,
I agree.
enough of a big IP to do that.
I agree.
Like
I think the
it's not
first
God of
one,
War, man. Like,
the first one was like a small-ish, uh, like
it was an experiment.
budget double
It was
A
literally an
game, an
experiment. Yeah.
experiment, and it came out well. I mean, a little bit slow because there's so many walking segments in that game that it gets annoying. But I understand why they did it. If you play that game, and I beat Hellblade 1, and I played most of Hellblade 2 as well. I wouldn't say most, but I put a few hours into it. They're both fun, excellent, very good video games. I mean, they do exactly what they're supposed to do. It's just like they apparently the Hellblade 2, the cost of that one skyrocketed because they decided to make it now. It's gonna be a AAA game, and yet they didn't add any much combat. They still kept the whole slow, methodical walking segments from Hellblade 1. Again, if you play them, you know what I mean. And it just gets annoying very quickly. um, even God of War has this side. It's a pet peeve of mine, right? But I think a lot of fans also think the same. But yeah, Senua 3. I am looking forward to this to see if they actually finally address some of those complaints about the combat. And it looked like they had like a playable setting, like they showed gameplay. So Uh,
Yeah. It looks good. I'm not like trying to judge the gameplay or the game itself, but like I feel like this team has a lot of potential, and yet they're using it here on something that's very niche and not something like I don't see this going increasing that much in popularity or fan base, right?
yeah, yeah,
And
that's
I
the
don't know,
problem with
man.
it doesn't hit any mainstream targets. No offense.
Like it feels like somebody up there loves Hellblade and they just want to do more stories and more stuff like that. And
Yeah, they like this. This is their baby, and for some reason they keep green lighting it. If anything, I think this one might have been something where, as they took a long time to make Hellblade 2, like a long time, if you remember.
yeah. This one was a
So
lot quicker. That
it
isn't. I think
almost,
Hellblade 2, they expanded a lot more and they used a lot more tools. Like they developed tools for it. And then
yeah,
this one was like a lot quicker in development for it, right? Like maybe 4 years
and that's
instead
what it
of
feels like. It feels
7 or
like
whatever.
this is basically they had already almost created this, and they created these combat segments or these things, and they just couldn't put them into Hellblade 2. But they had enough things created from Hellblade 2. They're like, hey guys, we have all these materials, all these assets already, and all this gameplay loop, levels, etc. Let's just expand and create them. And I think Microsoft just told them, yeah, go ahead. If you're that close and you can actually get it done sooner and quicker, just finish that. It's better than starting from scratch. And again, we will get to that studio, Ninja Theory, and what they're doing when we get to the news at the end of the conference discussions. Right? All right. All right. Moving on. All right. Manny, this is
Yeah. I
yours.
mean, if we're not talking the rest of the news, we can move on.
No, we're not talking the
The
rest of the news.
elephant in the
Moving on.
room.
Okay. So
Okay.
next, one of the things that happened was also, no, sorry, one of the things that happened. Like we talked about this. You and I were talking before the showcase, just to what we would expect to see. And this was one of our predictions or wish lists. So it came true, and that is they showed off Sega finally showed off the Crazy Taxi remake or sequel or new game from the series. Crazy Taxi World Tour. Yeah.
Was woo.
Yep. What do you
Well,
think of this, Manny? Since you really like Crazy Taxi.
I I'm into it. I feel like this is this is gonna be like like similar to Star Fox, where like how do you sell this nowadays? Where this
Yeah.
is like a arcadey game, and the console versions had missions. That's like the only thing that set it apart from the arcade. But other than that, this is meant to give you,
To
let's
take
say,
quarters.
5 minutes of fun.
This is to
Yeah,
take quarters.
exactly. 3/4,
Yep.
5 minutes of fun, and then like you die, and then you restart, right? Like that's basically like
I keep
it. And
saying they
then
should have added
you
an
could obviously
online
do a little bit
component battle
better.
royale.
You can obviously do a little bit better every time, but it's an arcade game. You're meant to lose eventually, right? It gets so hard that you're supposed to lose.
Yeah,
But the
yeah, because
game
it's
actually
timed. It's
has
timed. It's a time-based attack thing. Yeah.
But the game actually has mechanics like fast acceleration, drifting, like stuff like that. Like there are fast stop, like there's small little mechanics like that in the game that you might not know just playing it randomly on the arcade, right? Like that's where like the console versions like utilize that for that mission mode and everything. And yeah, I'm excited to see what kind of twist they do to bring it to like modern standards, right? And obviously like stuff like the price and things like that. This is not coming to Game Pass, is it?
I don't know. I don't even know if it's free to play. No, it's coming out in 2027. I don't know if I'm assuming it's not gonna be a full priced game. I would see Sega selling this for maybe 40. It's a sweet spot for me. Let's see what they actually do. But yeah, yeah, it looks fun.
Yeah,
I like
I
Chris
mean,
Taxi. It's just not
yeah,
willing to
I
spend
think I
full money
think
for it.
the trailer is as good as it can get. Like it
Yeah,
had
yeah,
the
yeah.
song
Like
they needed to have.
the
You
song,
know
the
what I
song,
mean?
the
Like
song is mandatory. Yeah,
it
yeah,
had
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
offspring.
That is mandatory.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Like
Mandatory. If you don't have that song, you
you
might as well.
got
I
to
think the
have
last
that.
Crazy Taxi failed, and it had nothing. It's not that it was a bad game or anything. It didn't have that song. It didn't have the licensed music. That music
Yeah,
sells the game. It's
and
like a Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk.
It's
Music.
exactly. I
The
agree
music
with
sells it.
that. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like the soundtrack is as big for this game, and not just the soundtrack. This one song, literally, this one song,
This one song is
is
the
all you
theme.
need.
This is the theme.
Yeah, you basically need this one song because it like almost like represents Crazy Taxi the same way that a lot of songs. Tony Hawk has like more like soundtrack heavy, right? Or like, but like the same way, like for example, Ace of Spades and Tony Hawk, like
Yeah, the Ace
it.
of Spades.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's people tie that to Tony Hawk stuff like that.
Yep, I agree. No, I agree completely. Yeah, this song in my head will always be the theme song for Crazy Taxi, ever, forever. Uh, and yeah, a lot of people's theme song for Crazy Taxi. So glad that they decided to show the trailer with this song because it's the only way that would have that everybody else would have been mad if they didn't show that. So yeah. All right. Moving on.
Yeah, we can move on. I'm excited. I like it. Good stuff. Crazy Taxi finally. We're still missing like two of those remakes, right?
Yeah, we're still missing
Jesus,
like
they're
two,
so
but
annoying.
hey, Sega's working. Sega's working.
They are working.
Yeah. So, all right, let's move on to the next. We're gonna talk about a game called Valor Mortis. So, if you don't know what this is, this was like a first-person game that was announced. One of the again many first-person action adventure titles that we saw from there. Um, and we didn't know much about it. It was announced. It was shown. It looked good, right? Any thoughts that you had from this? Because I kind of want to go into dissecting more what it is, but I kind of wanted to get your initial thoughts before on just the trailer or what you saw
I, I
or remember.
I mean, I think you can go into it. I thought it looked pretty good, like pretty good serviceable first person shooter. I think this one had like some platforming too, right?
This is a
Uh,
Souls like. This is some first person combat game,
well, I'm first person,
and
fine,
there's a
first
gun.
person
There's a
point of
gun,
view.
but I'll
There's,
get to it. I'll get to it. Yeah.
but
All right.
like it looked fine. It just didn't like to me. It didn't stand out. There were so many first person games in this showcase. Like you have Halo, you have this one, you had we talked about it just before the podcast, the Magician game. We have another one at the end. We have
Yep.
like there was plenty of first person, so like
There's
it
you
looked
mentioned
good.
it
It just
before
didn't
recording.
like
Like
fully
Microsoft is this like
memorable.
first person studio at this point.
Yeah, but you can
Yeah.
talk more about like your
So
PlayStation.
the reason I wanted to talk about it more is because I actually got to play this game this weekend, and that is from the Steam Game Fest, where they actually have a lot of different demos and stuff for games. This is one of the games that they actually had like an actual playable demo. So I was able to play this game, try it out. They had two levels: the beginning level tutorial, and then a further away demo with you're deeper into the game, if you will. So you get a good idea of the mechanics for it. And this is a Souls like in first person with melee, um, with some melee, a lot of melee action. Think of it like this Dishonored combat, but with like a gun, right? And the Dishonored also has that, but it's Souls like. So you're looking at the enemy. The enemy has like an attack. You need to roll and dodge if it's a red attack, or you can parry, or you can lock onto the enemy and basically strafe around them, exactly like Souls like. And yeah, it works extremely well because when I played off it, very very polished, very very sharp, very crisp. Obviously the demo, but if this is an indication of the final game that they're gonna be showing, this game, this is a definite. Very interested in this game for me. Again, I cannot say anything less than positive impressions that I had from this demo. If you hadn't told me what this was, you could have almost lied to me. You could have almost told me, "Hey, From made a new game. It's first person, and here it is." I would have told you, "Fuck yeah, they fucking nailed the first person Souls and everything." It was fun. So I liked it a lot. I think you would like it a lot too. This is I think coming to Game Pass as well. So FYI. Um, Actually, I don't know about the Game Pass thing, but they showed it off, and at this point, I assume most things are on Game Pass on this. I don't see anything. So, but no, I was very impressed with this. I really liked what I played. So, yeah.
That's
If
cool.
if you
No.
get a chance to play the demo, or if you don't know anything about this game and you don't even know if you're gonna like it, this is right up your alley. This was very impressive, all in all fronts. Yeah. And again, it played extremely well. It looked fine. It ran well. The combat was fun. I'm like, damn, like it's hitting
Yeah,
every single
I
thing
feel
that I
like
would have liked from a Souls like a good one.
I feel like I do remember seeing this a long time ago with like a in like a much rougher shape. But I don't know. I don't remember from where. Like I think it was like some random YouTube video that's like of upcoming Souls likes. You know, like
It might be, but I was saying like what I played, I'm like, oh, this is very polished. Like you know what I'm when we mentioned like the Team
yeah.
Ninja,
This memory
like
of mine
Souls
is like a
like,
year old, right?
yeah,
So like it's probably way more polished now and stuff like that.
I bet. But if you remember something like play something like Wulong or anything like that, and there's always like this little thing where it doesn't really hit the souls, the front polish. Like it's like close but not super perfect. This was actually really really good. I'm like, damn, this you told me this was like done. I don't even know the name of the studio. Sorry, but it played very well, man. And I'm like, I was super impressed. From having zero interest to playing the demo, I immediately switched. I did like a 180 in my head. I'm like, oh, this is definitely something to keep attention for, and that's why I kept it here so we can talk about it. Yep. All right. That's Valor Mortis. Any other thoughts or questions on it?
No, you're good.
All right. With that, we'll move us along. Next, we got a new Castlevania 2D game. This is right up your alley, Manny. Any thoughts on this? Castlevania Belmont's Curse. New
They
Metroidvania,
won,
new
baby.
Castlevania. It's called Metroidvania,
They
but
won.
this is one of the two owners of the name. There's a reason we call them Castle Metroidvanias. Any Metroid
Yeah.
or Castlevania gets their own. You're the dad. One of them's the dad, one of them's the mom, and we obviously know who's who.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Obviously, I think we already talked about this plenty, but like it still looks good. It looks like more and more like a Castlevania. It's coming soon. We have a release date now, right? October 15th, was it?
Yeah, yeah, this year, as many things are. Yeah, this is gonna be right up my alley too.
Yeah, like I said, getting it day one. I don't think this one's on Game Pass. Just to add,
Probably not.
like
Yeah, this one's one. That's a good. Uh, that's a good catch from you into sort of like, yeah, I don't think this one's going to Game Pass. Yep. All right. Yeah, that's looks cool. Belmont's Curse again. Nothing more to say other than put it in my veins. Give it to me now, right? And that's it. All right. Let's we're not moving. We're almost closer to the end. Speaking of, you mentioned Persona before. Here's the segment where they actually just showed off that there is another Persona title. This is Persona 6, at least teased slash announced, right? Announced is a long term because obviously we know there's going to be a Persona 6 eventually. Like there's going to be another Halo. Like this is one of those IPs that it's not going to go away anytime soon. It's doing well for Atlas slash Sega, so yeah. But yeah, we got a tease for Persona 6. There's not much to it. And by the way, this trailer was viewed a lot on the internet. I don't know if you knew about that, but I think this is the most watched trailer out of this whole presentation on YouTube, like in views. For somehow
this presentation.
this
Okay,
presentation, yeah, like this Persona 6.
I was like the whole weekend.
No, of Xbox of the Xbox trailers. Apparently, this is the number one, and I'm like, okay, so yeah, but people like Persona, so yep, not surprised.
Not surprised. I mean, it's just a teaser, man. Like
It's a
just
teaser.
like it exists, guys.
It basically means 5 years from now.
When it comes.
Yeah,
Like,
I would expect this honestly in 3 years from now, something like at least 3 years.
I think 2 might be feasible. I don't know this Persona teams and how they juggle, but I think they definitely have more than one team working on these, right? Because Metaphor took some time, but all these Persona remakes are coming out pretty quick, even though they're remakes. I don't know. It's complete speculation.
Yeah, that too. It's just, man, these things just take a while. So at this point, I am on the. I'll see it when I see it because otherwise,
Yeah, no, I don't see this coming
there's
anytime
nothing
soon,
to
man.
see.
Like
Yeah,
it just when it's a teaser this teasery,
yeah.
like it's like you give me nothing other than like a pumpkin. Like there's maybe spooky themes. Like that's kind of like all I could gather from it.
Apparently, there was like a thing
It's
where this Persona 6 that the color is green, and apparently each persona has like a specific color.
well, yeah,
So this one, the color is
blue,
green, which means
yellow,
something for the
red,
fans.
green.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It actually means something for the
What about
fans.
P1 and
So
2?
I have no
Now I need
idea.
to go
One
back
and
and
two
see
are
those
the
two.
one and two is like calling Fallout 1 and 2. Like there's a Fallout 1 and 2, but we don't know where they are.
I guess you could say Persona 1 was, nah, man, it don't apply for 1 and 2. It might apply for the rest.
It applies to the rest, but lately the last Personas, there's always been a color themed to the game. Apparently, this game's color is green. They actually specifically announced this, by the way, so this is not a.
Yeah, no,
It's
no,
not
no.
me
I can
making it
see
up.
it. I can see it because 3 is blue, 4 is gold or yellow, 5 is red, right? Like just
Yeah,
like
5 is
red,
definitely red. Yeah.
and then this one being green makes
Yep.
perfect sense.
Yeah, and then the next one's gonna be the Power Rangers.
No, man, Captain Planet. That's the one. Like,
Oh, what that one too? Sure, I don't do pen. I was thinking pink. All right, let's keep going. From Persona, we got, and this was the shock of the show slash the happy news. Honestly, I would call it. We got a new Spyro game announced. Spyro: A Realm Beyond. This is a new game from Toys for Bob, which is basically the ex Skylanders developers, right, and a bunch of other things. Very well known for like third 3D platformers like fame, but then they basically got stuck into being a Call of Duty support studio for the last 6 7 years, whatever it's been, since Skylanders stopped. So after this, it's been Call of Duty. They recently went into independent when Xbox, Microsoft acquired Activision. So this is now their game, Spyro: A Realm Beyond. This looks super fun. I'm super game. By the way, I've been playing the old Spyro games, so this was perfect. The perfect timing for me. I could not have been more perfect for me. The announcement. So, any thoughts on this?
it's cool, man. Like this is what Microsoft should be doing. I'm hoping it doesn't look like insanely budgeted, right? Like it doesn't. It probably didn't cost $400 million to make this game, and it could do well for Game Pass and or some additional sales kind of thing. Like they. Plus, I'm sure the Call of Duty devs support team are probably happy. Would be my guess that they could use their creativity to do like something different.
Well, they
For
were the
one,
creators of the Spyro games, like the
I
idea of
don't know.
Spyro, like the Skylanders, like based on Spyro. Um,
Well, not you're talking. If you're talking the original, you go way back to Insomniac, dude. Like
Correct, Insomniac, but after like there was like a fourth Spyro, right? Spyro. I should check what Toys for Bob.
there was a lot of Spyro.
Yeah.
Like same thing with Crash. Once Activision took over, they like melted poorly.
They did really bad with like Spyro 4, whatever it was, where like that game didn't they didn't take off compared to the first three Spyro games. Uh, but no, yeah, Toys for Bob has been worked on Skylanders from 2011 to 2016. Before that, they did do work on the Crash Bandicoot, I think the remake. Actually, let me check that. No, they did. They worked on Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time.
Yeah, they worked
That
in
was
Toys
Toys
for
for
Bob
Bob.
worked in Crash Bandicoot 4 and the
Yeah,
remake for Spyro.
yeah. They're a
Um,
really good studio.
maybe the
Again,
remake for Crash too. I don't know, but
yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, before that, they were stuck in Call of Duty from 2020. They did the trilogy, Reunited trilogy, Spyro. And before that, before the Skylanders, everything, they worked on small things like Pandemonium, Star Control, and Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam for the Wii. I don't even know what that
Very
is.
specific. Very
What?
specific.
I just
Very
was making a
specific.
cut out. It was it jumped out of me. All right. So anyway, that's it.
So
Let's move on.
there was the original Spyro games. There was the original trilogy by Insomniac. Then there were two games when they were owned by Universal, like Vivendi.
Yeah.
Where those two games, I do not remember them. Spyro Enter the Dragonfly and Spyro A Hero's Tale. Tale as in,
Are they like DS
you
or
know,
Game Boy games?
no, PlayStation 2.
I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, it's because we didn't play them. They were probably bad. Dude, it's like
Probably bad.
Crash after the
We didn't
original
have money
trilogy.
at the
There's like
time. It's
six
not our
games,
fault.
man. There's like six games. They changed the look of Spyro to be like a little bit more
Teenager.
edgy or
Yeah.
cooler. Yeah, exactly, like a teenager type. And it's like it just didn't it didn't work.
Like, no, why is Spyro?
God,
Why does he have like a beer? No.
there is a ton of handheld games. Holy hell.
They did a lot. They did everything. They're an old studio. They have been together for like 25 years plus, or 30 years.
No, hold up. There's also a Legend of Spyro trilogy. There's three more games.
Yeah, there's two more games after Spyro. I know
Under
Spyro has two
Universal.
trilogies.
So they made a lot. It's just like Crash. They made a hell of a lot of games that were crap. Like they just milked it because it was popular and killed it slowly. And then Activision got the rights, made the remakes, and that's it. Like Activision hasn't touched it since.
Yep. But no, yeah, they are a good studio that knows how to do at least platformers. And so giving them a new Spyro is like genius. Like if I was told, no, you guys are going independent, what's your first game? My number one suggestion is like, guys, do a new Spyro and nail that.
It looked pretty faithful to like the original trilogy too. Like like in terms of like gameplay, the little that we saw, mind you. But
that's the only thing they need. Honestly, if they just nail that, I'll buy this day one just to support them and to be like, oh, you got a good third-person shooter, third-person platformer, Spyro game. Like hell yeah, that's great.
No need to buy, man. This is on Game Pass. This is like an Xbox franchise.
Yes, win for me. At least for now until Game Pass expires.
Yeah, or they decide no longer day one games.
Once Game Pass expires for me, it's just gonna be like, okay, I'm close enough to where most of these games are probably on sale. I'm just gonna get them on sale, and then not worry about it ever again. All right, moving on. Last, we saw a new trailer for Clockwork Revolution. This is an Xbox console exclusive. This is the other one other than Gears. That's a console exclusive. And they just showed more of it. I think there's nothing here that I saw that was new from what we had already seen in the past. At least that's my mind. So, what do you think?
I think it looks good. It's just not enough to like sell me on. If I didn't have Game Pass, for example, or if my Game Pass expired, I don't know if I would pick up Game Pass for it or pick it up that like day one, right? Like it looks good. It looks like a game that I could try on Game Pass, like just fine. But enough to move the needle? No. And why was this the next to last showcase? The last one, I disagree. This is where this show went from okay to like bad. At the end.
Again, you mentioned the Magician game, which is like a first-person action adventure game with magic, like Bioshock-ish. Then they showed Valor Mortis. Then they showed this, and I'm like, "Hey, is it the same game again for the third time?" I'm like, "No, these are different games." I'm like, "All right."
Okay, I'm not gonna say the Magician game looked better. The Magician game had one thing that was cool, which is why I mentioned it, which is like the guy jumped, flipped the level 180 degrees, like in midair, like flipped, inversed, and then landed. I was like, oh, that's cool, like So,
yeah. There's also a problem with this setting. Go ahead. I'll finish with it, but go ahead.
I was gonna say this game's more polished, like the lore and the world, like the world building looks better, right? The combat looks fine, fun, even. But I don't know. It's a new IP. This is kind of the hard sell with a new IP. You need to either knock it out of the park to like get interest going into it, or just have a really, really good game that when it comes out has good word of mouth. Like those are like what are your options?
Yeah, you don't have much options. Yeah, you're right. So I was gonna say that I saw that I heard this in a podcast, right? So somebody else was talking about it, and I caught it as a highlight in my head, where this setting where it's like punk rock, not punk rock, but it's like steampunk is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, there you go. Steampunk setting and something like that. They've never been crazy
Yeah,
successful. They keep making games in that type of setting, but I don't think
yeah,
this
that's
will
true.
ever get to the point that a steampunk game, it's gonna be, it's gonna be mainstream or anything like that. It doesn't feel that. What do you think in terms of that commentary or that thought?
I mean, I think it's pretty true. I can't think.
I can't think of anything that's been like
Maybe
steampunk and highly successful.
Bioshock Infinite is like the closest thing,
And
but
that's more Bioshock than anything. It's not really steampunk at all, right? If you think about it.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's where I was listening to that, and I'm like, that's a really good point. Because I can't see this doing crazy well because of the setting alone. Again, I like it, but I don't see it selling. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's also what I meant. Like it looks perfectly fine and serviceable. Like good. Game Pass, another game that I could play on Game Pass and probably have a good time. But
Yep.
is it gonna sell people on getting Game Pass? Is it gonna sell people on getting the game?
Yeah,
Is it
and
gonna sell people on getting an
getting on
Xbox?
Xbox, correct? And this is the game that they chose to make it the Xbox exclusive, and I'm like, what are you seeing, Microsoft, that I'm not? That it's like this is the one that's gonna that we need to
Yeah,
make.
this was their end of show. Bar the next game,
Yep.
which
So
I'm
say yeah.
honestly like 90% of the people tuned out probably after that,
Yep.
after this game.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And we're almost done. So for
Yeah.
for for reason that will become very obvious in a second. Yeah, as I meant, it's like, uh, what are you doing, if you will? So yeah. Um. All right, that's Clockwork Orange, and last, no, look, Clockwork Orange, Clockwork Revolution. No, it's not. It's not an old movie. And the last game they showed was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. They once again ended with what you wanted to see the least, Manny, and that is the new Call of
I
Duty.
told you before the showcase. I feel like a week before I said like they better not
You
end with
said
Call of
it. You
Duty.
said it. You nailed this, and you were right. And funny enough, we all knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Sadly
Can I
enough,
ask you one thing? What did you genuinely thought of the trailer?
I did not like this.
It looked awful.
I did not like
Like
this
it
at all.
looked bad.
And I'll tell you why. Like they kept shooting from the hip. I'm like, this
Why
is not
is
Call
the
of Duty at
camera
all.
off to the side? Like,
Yeah, and they were shooting very badly. And I'm like, and look, what they're doing is they're announcing that the battle royale they had before for Call of Duty, they're switching it to an extraction shooter. I don't know why, but they're also chasing that trend. That's basically the announcement for this trailer.
yeah, which
Yeah.
is it's not. It's the carrot on the stick. They're literally going like, oh, battle royale. Oh, we made Warzone. Oh, extraction shooters. We made what's it called? DMZ, right?
Yep.
Um, but this didn't look good. Like it didn't. It
I
just
did not
didn't.
like this. I did not like this. And I'm a Call of Duty fan. Like you know this. I have played every single one since Call
Like
of Duty
I'm not.
1.
I always sound like a hater. Like
No, you like Call of Duty. You like Call of Duty. You
because
just don't invest the time that I do. But you play. You have fun with them for like a week, and then
I
that's it.
think Call of Duty has always a lot of potential, and the good ones I will play. I have played, I think, two of the last three, right? Like, and the full campaign
Yeah,
in one of them, right? Like,
you did.
and it's not like, but I'm never like looking forward to them. I don't want them up in my face like all the time because it's the same. To me, it's the same. It's literally the same game, and that's fine. That's what works for them. Don't change it at this point, hell. But this is a change, A, and B, it didn't look good. Like it just didn't look good. Like I was just thrown off by the camera angle completely. Like the camera being off to the side, it's like on the side of your helmet instead of like in your eyes. And the thing that you're saying, like they never go into the what do you call it? The first person, the down the sights.
Yeah, on the sides. They always shooting from the hip.
Yeah, they never went to ADS, right? Like
Yeah, ADS.
it, the stuff felt scripted, even though it's supposed to be an extraction shooter, which I don't think it's going to be too scripted. I don't know, man. Like, Like I just didn't buy or believe this trailer. I thought it was like a bad actual showcase.
Yeah, I didn't like this at all. I also was not convinced with this showcase. And again, Call of Duty fan here, raising hands, right? So, it's just not interested in this. Now, am I? Am I? Yeah, I probably will be interested. Modern Warfare games I usually have liked more than the Black Ops ones when it comes to the multiplayer or the setting. So these are probably going to be a little bit more enjoyable. I'll have to wait and see. It's no longer on Game Pass, so I would have to wait and see what they are actually offering. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it still has a campaign, it still has a multiplayer, but this game mode, I was like, nah. Give me zombies, give me that weird co-op mode. Give me
Yep.
do the battle royale. I don't care. This one, I don't know. I maybe it's better than it looked, but man, it just did
No, I
not
was
look
not
good to me.
sold, and I'm agreeing with you. It's just a bad end of the showcase. And again, as a Call of Duty fan, I was like, I don't mind this, but like, that's not why I came here. I know what you are, and the mode they showed off bad gameplay. Because again, he wasn't aiming down the sights. I was like, what are you doing? Why are you shooting? It's a Call of Duty
Yeah.
game. You're not gonna hit anything at that point unless you're recording for the video, which again I know, but I don't like it because it's basically fake
Yeah, yeah,
gameplay.
yeah.
It's
It
like
just it
that's
just
not
made
the
it look
actual game.
weird. It just exactly it made it look like fake gameplay. Like none of this is real. You're
Yeah,
just marketing. You're just marketing and marketing poorly at that mean. Like I want to see the game raw, hot and everything. These people love to hide the HUDs. They, I'm like, give me the HUD, goddammit. I want to see my health bar. I want to see my skills. I want to see my buttons. I want to see like
yep.
no.
Yeah, show
They
me the
just
actual
hide the
game.
UI all the time.
Don't hide the HUD. Don't hide anything. That's why I have a YouTube channel. Perfect time to advertise it, I guess. Where that's what I do. I explain to people this is the actual gameplay that you're coming to play. This is what you're actually gonna see when you play game X, game Y. And that's what I like to show in my channel. It's dumb, but it's what I want to explain to people. All right. So with that, that is the Xbox Showcase. I think we can wrap up, right? Any final thoughts
Yeah.
on any of this?
Nah, they show the only other thing is they show the Gears like the in-depth gameplay look or
Yeah,
whatever, and
afterwards,
that's
right?
where that's where they show like a lot of these things, like a lot of the engine specifics, the backstory. But yeah, we already talked about it, and it looked good. Like the Gears looks good. It just looks like Gears.
Yeah, I'm already sold.
I
As soon
gotta.
as I saw it, it's like, oh, it's Gears. Never mind. Done. I don't need to see
Yeah,
more.
it's Gears.
Just
It's basically
let
Gears.
me know
It's
when you're
like,
out, and
yeah,
let me know when the
I was
download is
sold
done.
within 6 seconds. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. I played all of them so far. Like what?
Pretty much,
Yeah, I
yeah.
can play another one.
Yeah, which is good. This is why sometimes seeing an IP that you already know, it's like, oh, more of the same. Okay, yeah, we're not complaining, and not per se. All right, that's it for the Xbox Showcase. With that, I will wrap up our discussion of the Xbox Showcase, and I'm moving on to our dessert, which is basically the news from Xbox from the last 2 3 weeks following the showcase. All right, all right, bro. Are you ready to move on?
I'm
Talk
good.
about
I'm
the
good.
news. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with that, let's move on, and that is they were. We are recording this about 3 weeks after the showcase, so it gives us also time to see what the future of Xbox looks like after this showcase. And let me tell you, it
Grim.
is not good.
Very grim.
It is not
Looks
good.
like a graveyard.
Yeah. And again, the showcase. I think the showcase was fine. I think they did really good in terms of like, look, there's plenty of games here that are really good. There's plenty of games here that I will play day one, right? However, the status of Xbox as a brand or as a, I guess, industry or platform, they're not looking so good. And that's where we get into the news, and that is where the first news comes in that apparently there are reports, and there's a barely heavily confirmed reports, right? That Xbox is in talks to close Double Fine, Ninja Theory, and Compulsion Games. So, uh, and this is according to Bloomberg report. Since then, let me go over real quick from the different studios. So, Compulsion Games has actually been shuttered. So this is one where they have actually been closed. This is the creators of South of Midnight. And again, I really like that game. So this devastated me when I heard this.
And
Because
the
I really
problem
like this
is
studio.
their previous game was what? We Happy Few,
We
right?
Happy Few and then
And
South of Midnight. I'm sorry, they haven't had a hit
it took them
ever.
like 7 years to make Side of the Midnight.
Yeah.
I don't know, like a while.
Yeah, they don't have anything that I would just call immediately like, oh, this is what you're gonna be doing next. I'm sorry to say, it's like you're not making a South of Midnight 2, which I actually personally would like to see that, but and yeah, they were in trouble. They have been shuttered, but apparently they're also in discussions. The leadership at the studio are in talks with Microsoft to see what they can do, to see if they can go independent. We still don't have any updates on that, but the current reports is that basically they are shutting them down. However, we don't know what the status of the full status of the studio is going to be until after we hear an update on any of these negotiations between their leadership and Microsoft. All right, that's one, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next, the next studio is obviously Double Fine. Double Fine. We mentioned it even before the showcase that they're probably in trouble when it comes to if Xbox is gonna start getting layoffs. Double Fine's probably gonna be in there because they've had a lot of games, but they have not been hits at all.
Well, they haven't had anything since Psychonauts.
Yeah,
And
and
I
even
mean, they
then,
have
that didn't do well.
Kiln and Keeper did not
And no, either of those two games, both
do
those
anything.
games were not. They did not do
They
anything.
didn't. They didn't do a thing. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I was being extremely generous when I said they didn't do a thing. I like Psychonauts
no,
too, but they didn't
you
do
need
well.
one of two things. You need one of two things. You either need to like be successful, which for that you need to go viral these days, if it's especially if it's an IP,
Yep,
or have an existing IP that's massive, right?
yep. And
Or you need
Psychonauts
to
is not a
like
massive IP.
be, or you need to be like a what do you call it? Like a reception darling, if you will. Like the game was so good that everybody loved it, and it went viral in that sense. We're like, okay, like Expedition 33 or Baldur's Gate. Neither of those games were like
Yeah,
expected to be big, but they were so good, like groundbreaking, that like they just blew up, right?
yep. No, exactly that. Yeah,
Psychonauts I love, and it has the capacity and the caliber, but it didn't do that when it released in 2019, I want to say.
yeah.
And that's already
And
7 years ago.
Psychonauts is the sequel to a game that came out for the PlayStation 2. I'm sorry, it's like that is a long time. That IP doesn't hold the ground that you think it does or the clout.
Okay, sorry, it came out 2021. So correction, that's still 5 years ago. That is more than enough time to have something to show that isn't Keeper or Kiln, which are like side games that you
Yeah.
do with like a small team or like of juniors or passionate people that want to do something else, like the people that they grounded right in Obsidian. Like that is not your main game. Where the hell is your main game? What is it?
Yeah,
Xbox should
where's
know.
there an actual big game from them? Because again, yeah, Keeper is not it. Clint is not it. They're releasing things, but this is not that's gonna keep you afloat. Let alone open, even if you're owned by Microsoft. There's only so
Yeah,
much
and
Microsoft would take in terms of like,
and
hey, you guys aren't
exactly. And guess
releasing anything.
what? Microsoft knows what they're working on or been working on. They probably don't like what they saw, I guess. That would be my guess. Like,
Yep, I would agree with that.
like these two games that you launched and we published, right? We help you publish, we give you money, whatever. They didn't do anything. I think Keeper reviewed okay, like in the 80s. But I played it. It's like a fun little walking simulator, but it's not even good. Like, it's not even a good one.
Yeah, that's the problem. And dude, it's a weird IP. Keeper looks weird. This is not gonna attract any casual audience. No offense. Like
Yeah.
the audience that you're gonna get for something like Keeper is very niche. I would like it, but I'll like almost anything. Video game related as well. It's good gameplay wise.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I need to see, I need to go back and see the Psychonauts 2. They have a lot of um like how it was developed videos like published. Like there's
yeah,
documentaries of like of the process. I always need to go back and see them, but I wonder if they just have like feature creep for this next one, because I feel like that's something that Psychonauts 2 had, and this team can do double fine, right? Like they have the capacity with infinite budget to deliver a great game, but like you can't do that. Like
yep,
budget games are too expensive nowadays. Just on sheer manpower alone, it costs like millions a year on just like people and personnel. Not to mention everything else, right? That goes into it.
yep. No, they have to really figure out what they're gonna be doing. And again, Double Fine is also the same. Double Fine is in negotiations with Microsoft management to see what they're gonna be doing. Uh,
And I really hope they make it out. Like Double Fine has a lot of potential,
they're historic friend.
but
They're a historic studio. We played their games since the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 era kind of thing. Like I've known the same studio for a while. Like it's weird when you see a studio that's got that history on trouble, but that's what it is. Yeah.
yeah, they go back to like adventure games from the PC era, or like
Yeah.
Day of the Tentacle and Full Throttle. There's God, I love Brutal Legend, dude. Brutal Legend's one of my
Brutal
favorite
Legend
games.
is
That
amazing.
never comes up. I
Dude,
absolutely love
the
that
beginning of that
game.
game, I still remember the beginning of that game where he goes decapitation. The beginning of the game, the opening cinematic, where like 20 seconds of it, he does something and he decapitates like one of the demons or something. And I also
Like
remember
I
Jack
think,
Black screaming that, and I'm like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
great.
I honestly think with Jack Black's current popularity, like
uh,
it could do well, you know, to like
that
bring that
a
back.
remake to that would actually do extremely well, more
Oh,
well than
this
you think.
remake, yeah, that's actually cheaper, right? You're always
Yep.
gonna need to pay Jack Black, but I'm sure Jack Black would probably be like, you know what, I like doing that. Like, I mean, he's not that type of guy. I don't know for sure, but like,
He definitely knows that basically he has a lot of fans and people like what he does, and they're there for the wacky things that he does. So there's nothing that he can do that it's like, oh, this is so bad that it ruined his career or anything like that. 'Cause I'm like, he knows what he's doing. He's doing Minecraft, and people are like, oh, that movie looks dumb. Makes money. He makes Anaconda, and again, not the movie's not great, but it's fun to
I
watch him
enjoyed it. It was
run
funny.
around.
It was funny.
Correct.
It
And
was fun.
is it an award winner? No, but it's
It's a
fun.
fun.
He's
No,
doing
absolutely
good
not. But it's
work.
like a fun rewatch. You just
Correct.
leave that running and
He's
you
just
just
doing good
watch
work.
it. You
Jack
know?
Black knows what he's doing. That's his character. Those are the things, and he's enjoyable to watch. So he's like a Kevin Hart back in the day, I guess, where he would be in. I don't know what Kevin Hart does now, but he would be in everything, and it's like, oh, you're entertaining to watch. Point. And yeah, you're a character, but it's like that character works every single time. So yeah, so he's got a lot of good will. He's doing very good projects. Whoever his manager is doing good for Jack Black. He's been doing well, very well. Yeah. So all right. And finally, from the studios that are facing closure or have been shuttered, and we just don't have the details, is Ninja Theory. Ninja Theory is obviously the developers of Hellblade, and this is where this one's weird because they had a new game announced at the showcase. That's Senua. And like literally like a week later came out the news that it's like, oh, they're in the shopping block. So most people were like, what is going on?
That's definitely a
And this was the shocker
bad
for
luck
me. When I heard that, I'm
and
like,
awful
wait,
luck.
they just announced the game and I'm looking forward to it. This wasn't like oh, this game looks bad or anything like that. I'm like, oh, this looks fun. I'm game for Senua 3. And then it's like, oh, they're closing the studio. I'm like, so what's happening to this game? By the way, this game is still advertised in the Xbox store. I know because I'm looking at it right now. I'm in the background of the Xbox store, just basically browsing. And it's still there. so, so they haven't canceled this game. They just announced, or I guess Microsoft hasn't announced anything. This is reporting, right? That the studio is facing closure. And apparently, one of the reasons why this game was shown at the conference, the Senua game, was that Microsoft is trying to see if they can sell the studio. And one of the ways to sell the studio is to advertise that, oh, they're working on X, they're working on Y. So they wanted to use that Senua trailer as an advertisement for, like, hey, here's the studio. Anybody wants to buy them? That's what it sounds like, right?
Yeah,
Um,
that's pretty shite.
Yep. So with that, what do you think, Manny, in terms of like what we're seeing, what we're hearing from Ninja Theory and this closure, either this one or all three?
I, I think it's a really dumb and awful idea what they did. We're like, we're gonna show a game, announce it with the idea or thought that it's very likely could get canceled, and it's just there to try to, I don't know, garner interest, right, in the studio as a whole.
Yeah.
What you do is you show that shit behind closed doors. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who the
And
hell?
a week later,
I'm assuming this is the CEO call,
yeah.
and this is not a good call.
No, this is not a good call. Whoever did this was like, I'm gonna show something at our showcase, and then I'm gonna cancel it a week later. It's like,
Yeah, historically bad. Like, if you ask me, like, this is
yeah.
one for the ages, where it's like, wow, what the hell did you even show this for? Now you got people's hopes up or whatever. Anybody that's a fan looking forward to it immediately like let down or shut down. Like, and they might not even know yet, like, because they might not even be in the know of like what you and I do, which is look at these news. They might have seen the trailer and go like, oh, cool, it's coming out next year.
I played the second
And
one in Game
then
Pass. Yeah, I'll get a third one. I'm like, no, you're not, because you don't
and then it
even
gets
know. We
canceled.
don't even know if they're gonna be open. This is a bad look, completely for management at Microsoft. A completely horrible look, because it's like you don't show something. And this is the thing with gamers. Like, man, you don't show me a game and then tell me you're gonna close the studio and cancel it a week later.
Yeah. We've been burned too many times, and it's really frustrating to look forward to something, and it just like gets pulled out from under you, right? Like, oh, we were looking forward to Perfect Dark. That looks so cool. Revival of a franchise that I love. Cool mechanics. Nah, it doesn't exist anymore. We were looking forward to Scalebound. That looks
Yeah.
so cool. 4 players hunting dragons.
Platinum
Platinum
Games,
Games.
which at the time
Best
was like a
action
huge. They were
makers.
super high. Platinum was at the
Nah, it doesn't
highest level.
exist. Like,
Nope.
and I'm picking these on purpose because they're
No,
Xbox,
they
right?
are
Like,
they are the examples to use. I would have used the same ones. Yeah.
yeah, and it's just bad. Like,
Yeah.
it's actually bad. Like, bad PR, bad.
Yeah, just bad management for how do you show something for your platform. You want to revive your platform, you show things and you show trust in the studio. If then don't show it. Yeah, just don't show it. And again, I'm hoping that they can resolve something and that this game can still come out. Because I'm looking forward to this. I was actually looking forward to this. When I saw Senua 3, I'm like, ooh, I'm game for this. I will play this. But now I don't even know if I'll have the chance. And that's what sucks.
Yeah, it's so dumb, dude. It's like astronomical. I think it's like really, no, maybe not as bad as Concord, but
or Highguard. Highguard is the example, baby.
But no, I think Concord's worse than Highguard.
Yeah.
They're
Concord's
both
number
pretty
one.
bad, but
Highguard
I think
is number
Concord's
2.
gonna be, yeah.
Yeah. Highguard has been, by the way, did you hear this story that apparently the developers of Highguard or whoever was working with Highguard, they've been actively trying to delete things and mentions and articles from
They're
Highguard
scrolling the
to
internet.
delete it from the
Scrolling the internet,
existence. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Because I have a video that explains Highguard. So that's why I did it.
But
I was
this
going to do
is
that with Anthem and I lost the footage, but
this is an awful look. I think it looks
Awful.
worse than like Perfect Dark and Scalebound, where like they probably tried for a couple of years to keep those games, and like, dude, these projects aren't working. This is actively knowing that odds of canceling are high, like above 75%. You know, like
and
more
knowing
for
that you're
sure
gonna
more
shut
than
it
half.
down. You already made the decision that you're gonna shut them down. But like, I'll go ahead and show your work anyway. It's like telling an employee, I'm gonna fire you. I'm not gonna tell you I'm gonna fire you. Go ahead and present anyway, or go ahead and do this work. finish this or do this. Like
Yeah.
it's scummy in a way, which is like, you know what, guys, um, if you wouldn't like somebody to do that to you, you shouldn't do that to somebody. Like treat others the way you would like to be treated.
Yeah,
And
like I said, do it behind closed doors. Like there's
yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least do it behind
like
closed doors.
NDAs, contracts you can sign for this. How the hell do you opt for this? Like this at this point, and we're gonna get to it more, but like the CEO, the new CEO, Asha, right?
Yeah.
That it sounded like all the things correct the first 100 days, right? Like all the popular words, all the popular choices, canceling Copilot, whatever the hell, right?
They're talking so much, yet what are you actually accomplishing? Because it feels
But
like
doing so little. Exactly. Now that they're doing, it's looking awful.
and it's not even close to how bad it's gonna get. Apparently, we're not even close.
No,
Apparently, it's
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
get
yeah.
a
We haven't
lot
even
worse.
seen like the graveyard that's coming.
Yes,
We're saying a graveyard because it's literally like as bad as Google's graveyard
it's gonna be
like
apocalyptic. It's gonna be
Xbox is gonna be the worst publisher in history. I feel like in terms of like casualties, dude. Like no joke, they're gonna have more studios killed than EA.
Easily, yeah.
I think they might already be there, but like
they're already there. I would technically take a bet that they're already there.
EA killed a bunch of studios. You remember that, right? EA killed like Vicarious Missions. They killed the. I remember a bunch.
It's very bad management, and I'll bring us to the last news, which since we're talking Xbox, I wanna kind of bring this full circle, which is also there was another news that obviously that they're closing down those studios. Yeah, the Xbox price. And today we're recording this on June 25th, 2026. Today, Xbox announced through the Xbox Wire website that they have that they are going to be increasing the price of the Xbox hardware by 100 to 150 per console. So the Xbox Series X, for example, is going up $150 to, I forgot what's the new amount for it. It's like 850 for the Xbox Series X gonna be. Let me look at the actual final numbers. It's crazy. So basically, after that showcase, which again, good or bad or whatever you want to think about, basically what Microsoft has done is close down studios and raise the price from $500 for the Xbox Series X when it came out. It's now going to be $800.
Yeah, and this is just 2 weeks after, like you said.
Literally. 2 weeks after the showcase. 2 weeks after the showcase, or 3 weeks.
So I remember like interviews. Like I think I saw an interview with Asha where it's like, oh, the first 100 days is doing this, getting familiar, whatever. The next 100 days, I'm gonna start doing things. These are like at day 14 or 15, dude. Like this,
yeah. This is, and it's gonna get much worse.
A massacre.
From the reports, it's gonna get so much worse. So much worse apparently. So we're not even close. I'm expecting, man, without being super negative, I would expect the way things are going, I wouldn't be surprised if we're really getting like.
And the thing is, like, if they seem like good moves, you could be like, okay, I can understand it. But the Senua thing, awful.
The Senua thing doesn't make any sense at all. Like we talked about Double Fine and Compulsion. Sorry to say.
Yeah, I think Compulsion like might be fine. Yeah. Double Fine, I feel like if you, I don't know. Rare. I think Xbox being a better publisher could get more out of Double Fine. I think Double Fine, or like Xbox is not a good publisher. Like they literally either are too loose with them or too strict. I don't know which edge it is. But like Halo, you're making Halo now and forever, right? Like that's too strict. Then Double Fine, here's a or Rare, here's a buttloads of money. Do whatever the hell you want. And then, like, no oversight whatsoever.
What they should be doing is giving the studios that they have the flexibility to be like, hey, guys, we need somebody to make a Halo game. It doesn't have to be a first person. It doesn't even have to be a shooter. Pitch me ideas. Like, right? And like use the existing IPs that you have and try to build up some of these IPs. Like, I really like Gears Tactics and Halo Wars, right? These are tactical things. They probably don't sell well. They probably don't do well. But if you can lower the budget and make some of those, it enhances the IP to the point that it's not only about sales, it's about managing your IP and keeping the flames high.
Expanding
the lore.
The
For the
brand,
fans
the
love
brand.
those.
Yeah,
Because trust me, I love those games. I love Tactics, and I love Halo Wars. I love them. I own them. I bought them. I got Game Pass. I still went and I paid full money for them.
yeah, and do it like here. The biggest problem is budget. Like they don't. I don't think they
Yeah,
can manage the game. That the studios to actually have. Okay, here's a 2 year budget. This is a realistic game that you could do. Do it right. It has to be smaller budget, smaller scale, like whatever. But you have to do something. You cannot just give him like here's 7 years. Make me another incredibly hard to do AAA banger. Like that doesn't work. Dude, there's no way Gears makes money. There's no way Gears if it
yeah,
costs 400 million, there's no way that
yeah.
Gears makes that amount of money. As big as the franchise is and as good as the game looks. No way.
I agree. It's like how are you? How is that Gears of War game making money? Which again, I like it. It's just I have doubts as to your plans for the future with that IP or with any IP that you're just
and
shuttering them and you're closing studios and you're not giving them enough time and it's like and by the way
and it's
the
like
turnover
Double Fine, do
the,
quirky games. Like do these
but
quirky games that are going absolutely viral.
the turnover of
We're gonna have
management at Microsoft and at these studios is also
Oh yeah, yeah.
chaotic.
Not to mention like the amount of contracting that they have to do,
Yeah.
probably, where it's just like there's no continuity in
Yep.
your workforce.
Yeah, so that's a problem, which is like, look, I don't know where you're going with this, but this doesn't make any sense in terms of some of the decisions they're doing. That's it. Which is like, I don't know how you fix it as well because it's like they're also in third, like in a kind of very distant third place when it comes to the console war, whatever you want to call it. So they actually have a lot of problems, which is like, I have no idea what you're gonna do. But I'm telling you right now, as a fan, this is not good. Right?
Didn't you didn't you share a video of what was it, Greg? What's his name? Greg
Greg
Miller.
Miller, yeah. The
Right, where it's
kind
like
of funny.
Xbox just go full third party like Sega did. Like Sega's
Yeah,
thriving now. Go full third party. Just use your
yeah.
IP,
He's
crank out
like,
games.
what are you doing? You're going back into the and again, I don't know if they're mimicking my PlayStation and Nintendo, whatever they're doing with this decision to do console exclusives now.
Exclusives.
But if you're
They
going to
have
do
to.
that, which is fine, do that. Then commit and do them all, because you can't pick and choose. You can't put Fable and then this one and that one. Like make a decision as a health thing. If you're gonna release it for PC, then what are you gonna do for it? Like how do you is your intent to sell Xboxes? Because it doesn't look like it, because you're still putting them on PC, right? So that's not your intent. And literally from comments that the CEO and others have said, they're looking to just figure things out to see what sells and what doesn't. I have no idea, man. It's weird. I just don't. Again, I still like Xbox. I still like my Xbox. It's just not a. I'm not jumping ship or anything. But it's like, okay, what are you actually doing?
Yeah, no, we talk this way because we're passionate, right? Like I still play my Xbox way more than my PlayStation or
Yeah,
even the
same,
Switch.
same.
Like I don't know. I in the time that it was important for me to get my attention, which was I think it was the 360 gen.
Mm-hmm.
The 360 was the better platform. Like PS4 did a good job of fighting back, but not enough to pull me back to the Sony side.
True.
At least for me. For me.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, it did. For most people, it did.
Yep.
Like PS4 destroyed. Anyways, anything else? I think we can wrap up.
No, we can wrap up with this. I think we talked about the price increase. The price increase is crazy because it's like, man, the prices of these new consoles. And again, we haven't talked about the elephant in the room. When we talk about Nintendo, we'll talk about that one as well. Man, it's gonna be crazy. We'll let's keep that discussion on pricing for the whole industry as a whole for that topic when we talk about the Nintendo and the other Steam, right? So it's not a secret. All right. With that, I think I will wrap us up. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, so I'm sorry. Let me go get my actual outro real quick here. I actually lost it, but there it is. All right, so as we end our gaming meal, we would like to thank everybody for listening. If you want, you can look for the gaming meal at most social media platforms. Feel free to give a follow, leave a comment, all the social media stuff. Also, please visit me at CyberEric Gaming at YouTube and CyberEric at X and Blue Sky. With that, that is all for today, and have a good one, everyone.